only you know how committed you are, how much work you're putting in. And I think that for me, especially in the world of social media where you can hide behind everything and make other excuses, and we lie to ourselves and we put images up of a life that isn't real. I think it's every now and then it's good to take account. And I probably check in with myself every couple of days, go, am what I'm putting out to the world true? Am I full of shit? And if the answer to any of those questions is yes, then, I need to have a long, hard look at myself.
Just before we wrap up, I want to talk about mentorship and advice, because I always say that for me this podcast is it's a fun chat, it's an organic chat, with interesting guests from all walks of life, but that ultimately everybody can learn something from somebody, and we've all got stories to stories to share, and advice to give. And I guess particularly in sport, you must have had some particularly great mentors over the time. And any particularly good coach mentor, and did you mentor any players, or did any players mentor you?
Yeah, I mean, look, I work with every top coach in the game. I'd say Michael Checker, Jamie Joseph, and Eddie Jones all stand out as some of the best, and Sean Edwards are some of the best coaches I've worked with.
For any particular reason?
I think, Jamie Joseph, because he was a kind, considered man, very intelligent, who understood kind of the use of words, the power of emotive words, of description, of clever pre-game psychology. Michael Checker, because he was a hard man who got the best out of me and knew what I needed to do, and kind of in a complicated world of over talk, basically just explained how I could physically get the best out of myself and that physical mentality. And Eddie Jones, because again he treated me with respect, wound me up, put me in the right direction, and I think understood how to get the best out of me, whereas every other coach had sort of failed by being kind of quite just not seeing that I would have done everything, and seeing me and seeing my character and personality as a benefit as opposed to as a negative. Sean Edwards, again, because he is such an emotional guy, such a passionate guy. He kind of turned me into, through hard, didn't always get it right on the way to talk to me, because I don't think he necessarily knew that I wasn't as confident as I should be, but kind of really taught me to be, a physical player that, was relentless, and he loved my mentality. And those guys, I think, were all very good. Yeah, players wise, I think Lawrence Delalio, Joe Worsley, guys like that were really important to me in my career. I didn't necessarily. I would seek help from other players who didn't necessarily know they were mentoring me, but I would go and push them to give me advice and stuff. And I think, as I said, there's always somebody doing what you want to do better than you. So go and ask for help, because most people will give it to you.
Is there one single piece of advice that really sticks out you've been given?
Yeah, I mean, I told you my dad's piece of, you can lie to everyone else, but you can't lie to yourself. And that for me extends to all of it, because only you know how committed you are, how much work you're putting in. And I think that for me, especially in the world of social media where you can hide behind everything and make other excuses, and we lie to ourselves and we put images up of a life that isn't real. I think it's every now and then it's good to take account. And I probably check in with myself every couple of days, go, am what I'm putting out to the world true? Am I full of shit? And if the answer to any of those questions is yes, then I need to have a long, hard look at myself.